In today's video, we are going to be breaking down the Philadelphia 76ers and the offensive strategies that they use this season. So let's get down, let's check them out. Also, some of these strategies you can run with your team as well. So I hope that you enjoy. Okay, so something that they do a lot of is with Simmons as well as Imbiid, they will run a lot of screens coming down into their set 5-out offense. The reason why they do this is because when they're running through this, what's going to happen is Simmons is going to be then getting switched off onto a slower big man. And of course, Simmons is quite tall himself. So he's able to actually finish over big man without that much of a issue really at all. So with the quick in and out dribble to try and get that defender back onto his heels, he then does a quick Euro step, finishes right hand baby hook over top of that defender. Now this is all set up early because he has a traditional point guard who is defending him. And then he gets screened by the biggest player on their team. They do this with Howard as well. And then after that screen, what you'll see is either Simmons attacking the rim, or he can then kick that ball out if that defender continues to come down, because as we all know, Joel Embiid is a very good three-point shooter, shooting somewhere in the range of 37 to 38% from the three-point line. Something that a lot of teams cannot do, but the Sixers can do, is to pass over for open three-point shots from the wing when they're on a fast break. Now, why is this even possible? Well, of course, we have multiple players who can be continuing to run down the court to get the rebound. We have to remember that the 76ers are actually quite a tall team. And then players like Coacheseye right here, who can shoot threes like there's no tomorrow, will hit those threes. Other players who they can run this with is, of course, Tyrese Maxey, Tobias Harris, Danny Green, Seth Curry. They have height, but also very good three-point shooters. So this is one of those tactics that you can use if you have a lot of tall players and a lot of really good three-point shooters. What you can run on the fast break is being able to just jack up an early three, get multiple players who want to get that offensive rebound. Of course, Simmons here already knows it's going to go in, but he should have been crashing the boards as well. Having three taller offensive rebounders getting a missed three, especially if you're running a younger team, you can get some quick, easy shots, wide open shots, but still have the ability to get that offensive rebound. Other times, what they will run is a staggered screen right at the wing/point, and then what they will do is have the first person roll towards the basket, second person sitting back for a three-point shot. Now, this is actually a very good strategy, mainly because when you've got a player the size of Simmons, you can create multiple opportunities on this side. However, you can also do a dribble handoff on the other side for another great shooter who can then go up for the shot. Meanwhile, you have your big in the bottom. You have Simmons rolling towards the basket as well. This could have been a great option too, where this player could have passed over to Simmons, who would then take one dribble or even send up an alley-oop for the center down low. So this is actually giving your team multiple different options for you to score. Let's also not forget they have Tobias Harris, where if he gets stuck getting guarded with a taller player, he will right out attack that taller player, and something that he does really well is being able to finish over top of players and dunking it basically in their faces. If you have a taller, not necessarily taller, but a fast, powerful player, you can give him the green light every once in a while to attack players who are slower than him, because it's going to draw in help defenders where he can either dunk on them, finish with a layup over them, or kick it out to somebody who's very good, in this case Danny Green, for a three-point shot. The Sixers also have Joel Embiid, and Joel Embiid, he likes to play point once in a while, and of course, whenever you've got a bigger man playing point, what's going to happen is he's got another center on him who is generally not going to be as fast as him. He'll attack the defender straight up and shoot it over top. Now, what this basically does for your team is if your center attacks, of course here he does a quick in and out dribble that basically gets the defender down onto his heels. But if he was to do an all-out attack and draws up this baseline defender, we have a player on this side who can cut baseline, could be an alley-oop, or he could just simply kick it out to that corner for a 3-point shot. Sometimes it's just easier to run plays maybe once every 3 minutes or so in a game, or once every 2 minutes to call your own number, and then that way you can get yourself a basket or maybe some easy points for other players. Now, after getting the offensive rebound, if you have a team that is absolutely sandwiching your center, you can tell your center to kick that ball out. This is a very important thing, because once you get the offensive rebound and you're inside the key, what's going to happen? Well, you're going to have probably most of that team also in your key. And of course, when that happens, you can kick that ball out and make sure to always explain to your players, make the extra pass. This is extremely important because you may have multiple players who are running out to try and block or defend your shot. With that extra pass, that's going to allow you to take that shot or attack that player who is trying to recover back to you, who is at a disadvantage. And if you've got an athletic player like Harris, you can do plays and moves like that. Here, I really like the passing. So we have Simmons posting up on this side with the center, Joel Embiid, cutting towards the rim. This leaves him wide open to make that pass, but here he is very smart. They're playing against the zone. They have now collapsed the zone. We have a player who is coming out on the 2-3. We can make that extra pass to a wide open corner, and that's what we have here, and that's where the easy basket comes from here. Now, if you have a team that's very similar to the Sixers, you can run things like this, but also when you're going up against zones, make sure to try and get that ball into the paint, get the kick-out pass, swing it for an open 3. These are all great strategies that you can run. I hope that this video has helped you become a better basketball team, player, as well as coach. If it has, hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next time. Make sure to go check out all of the equipment that I use down below.